you hear about the 71-year-old man who passed away in his sleep last night? His family was devastated. He seemed perfectly fine the day before. No major health concerns, just a typical evening like any other. But when morning came, he never woke up. What could have gone wrong? Could this tragedy have been avoided? The truth is, once you're over 70, certain bedtime habits can quietly endanger your health. They can raise the risk of serious conditions like strokes, heart attacks, or even sudden cardiac events, without you even realizing it. The scariest part? Many seniors unknowingly make these same mistakes every single night. In this video, we're going to break down 4 common nighttime habits that you should avoid if you're over 70. These routines might seem small or harmless, but they can have a major effect on your long-term health and sleep quality. Some may surprise you, and others might be things you've been doing for years without giving them a second thought. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with practical information to help you sleep better, protect your heart, and wake up feeling refreshed and stronger each day. Make sure to stay with me until the very end, because the final habit is something many seniors do without realizing how risky it actually is. I'll also show you what to do instead to ensure a safer, healthier night's rest. Let's get started with habit number 1. Eating heavy meals late at night. One of the most common yet underestimated bedtime mistakes people make after 70 is eating a large meal too close to bedtime. You might not think it's a big deal, especially if it's been your routine for years, but aging changes how your body processes food. What you eat, and especially when you eat, plays a major role in sleep quality, cardiovascular health, and your overall nighttime safety. Think back to your younger years. Maybe you could enjoy a big dinner at 9 p.m. and sleep like a rock. But as we get older, metabolism slows, digestion becomes less efficient, and food takes longer to break down. Eating late can lead to acid reflux, disturbed sleep, and higher blood pressure, all factors that increase the risk of heart attacks or strokes while you sleep. Have you ever woken up at night with burning in your chest, an upset stomach, or a racing heartbeat? There's a good chance it's linked to what and when you ate. When your body should be in a deep state of rest, it's instead working overtime to digest. Your heart rate stays elevated, your stomach produces more acid, and your sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. For example, let's say you enjoy a late-night bite, a rich pasta dish or greasy burger. It might feel satisfying, but once you lie down, stomach acid can rise into your esophagus, triggering discomfort and increasing health risks. When stomach acid flows back into your esophagus, it can lead to burning sensations, coughing, or even sudden choking that pulls you out of sleep. Over time, chronic acid reflux, commonly known as GERD, can weaken the muscles in your throat and airways, raising the risk of aspiration pneumonia, a serious lung infection that can be fatal for older adults. And it doesn't stop there. Eating large or heavy meals too late at night can also trigger blood sugar spikes. If you have diabetes or are at risk, this habit can disrupt your body's ability to stabilize glucose levels during sleep. Studies have found that seniors who frequently eat late at night face an increased risk of metabolic disorders that may contribute to heart disease over time. So what should you do differently? Try wrapping up your final meal of the day at least 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. This allows your digestive system to do its job before you lie down for the night. If you're feeling slightly hungry later in the evening, opt for a light snack that's easy to digest, like a few nuts, a small serving of fruit, or a soothing cup of non-caffeinated herbal tea. These options won't burden your digestion and may actually help you sleep more soundly. Remember, your body no longer processes food the way it did when you were younger. A small shift in your eating habits can go a long way toward improving your sleep quality, reducing nighttime discomfort, and lowering your risk of cardiovascular issues while you rest. Habit number 2, drinking too many liquids before bed. It's true that staying hydrated is important, especially for seniors, but the timing of your fluid intake matters more than you might think. Drinking too much water, juice, or tea close to bedtime can lead to frequent nighttime bathroom trips, interrupting your sleep and possibly endangering your health. If you're over 70 and find yourself waking up multiple times during the night to urinate, this could be a sign that your evening drinking habits need to be adjusted. Beyond sleep disturbances, this routine can also raise your risk of falls, heart stress, and even cognitive decline over time. As we age, the bladder becomes less capable of storing urine, and the kidneys continue producing urine even during the night. On top of that, your body becomes more sensitive to fluid intake. Even a modest amount of liquid in the evening can send you rushing to the bathroom. Now picture this. It's 2 a.m., and you wake with an urgent need to go. You try to stand quickly, but your blood pressure hasn't had time to catch up. This can lead to postural hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure when standing, that causes dizziness or fainting. Unfortunately, this is a leading cause of dangerous nighttime falls in older adults. To stay safe, drink most of your fluids earlier in the day and slow down your intake by late afternoon. If you're thirsty in the evening, sip small amounts instead of drinking full glasses. These subtle changes can protect your sleep and reduce your risk of overnight complications. Falls, what seems like a simple trip to the bathroom, can quickly turn into a dangerous situation. For older adults, this could mean broken bones, head trauma, or worse. But the risks don't stop there. Frequent nighttime urination, known as nocturia, not only raises the risk of falls, but also seriously affects your sleep patterns. Every time you get up, turn on the light, and move around, your brain starts to believe it's time to wake up. This interrupts the natural release of melatonin, the hormone that helps your body stay in deep, healing sleep. Over time, poor sleep can weaken your immune response, raise your blood pressure, and even speed up cognitive decline. In fact, studies reveal that older adults who often wake up during the night face a greater risk of memory loss, dementia, and other brain-related conditions due to chronic sleep disturbances. So what's the solution? Hydration still matters, but the timing of your fluid intake is key. Try drinking most of your water earlier in the day and easing off by late afternoon. If you're thirsty at night, sip water slowly instead of downing a full glass. Also, keep an eye on caffeine. Coffee, black tea, and sodas in the late afternoon can make things worse, since caffeine acts as a diuretic, encouraging more bathroom trips. Don't forget hidden liquid sources either. Soups, juicy fruits, and even certain medications can all add to your total fluid intake and contribute to waking up at night. With just a few mindful tweaks to your daily routine, you can sleep more soundly, lower your risk of nighttime falls, and better support your overall well-being. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, drop a year or two in the comments so I know you're engaged. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We've got plenty more insights to help you stay healthy and informed. Now let's move on to habit number 3, sleeping in a room that's too warm. It might seem cozy to raise the heat or pile on thick blankets, but if you're over 70, this habit could quietly endanger your health. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at regulating temperature. Sweating and releasing excess heat becomes harder, increasing the chance of overheating during sleep. And when your body gets too hot, your heart must work harder to cool you down, creating extra strain, especially dangerous for those with heart issues or circulation problems. Waking up short of breath in the middle of the night? That could be your body struggling to cool itself down. Research shows that sleeping in an overly warm room raises your risk of dehydration, even if you don't feel thirsty. Even mild dehydration can make your blood thicker, which raises the chance of clots, heart attacks, and strokes, especially in older adults. Take Frank, for example, a 74-year-old retiree who loves reading before bed. He keeps his bedroom at a cozy 75-degree and wraps up in thick blankets each night. But he keeps waking up sweaty, restless, and groggy the next morning. What Frank doesn't realize is that his warm sleep environment is interfering with his body's natural cooling process. That's preventing him from reaching the deep, restorative sleep stages that are critical for good health. Sleeping in a cooler room helps your body naturally lower its core temperature, a key part of falling and staying asleep. This cooling effect promotes deep sleep, which plays a crucial role in memory, immune function, and overall vitality. Older adults who regularly sleep in a cooler environment often report waking up feeling sharper, more energized, and well-rested. So what temperature should you aim for? Experts suggest keeping your bedroom between 60 and 67 degrees Celsius for the best sleep quality. If that feels too chilly, try using breathable cotton blankets instead of thick synthetic ones, which trap body heat. Lightweight, moisture-wicking sleepwear can also help regulate body temperature and prevent overheating. Need a quick fix? Crack a window for some fresh air or run a small fan to keep the air moving. This not only helps keep things cool, but also improves air quality. Another factor that supports better sleep and fewer respiratory issues. Making just this one small change to your sleep setup can seriously improve your overall health. A cooler room means less cardiovascular strain, deeper sleep, and better mornings, all without the hidden risks of sleeping too hot. Now let's move on to habit number 4, one that's surprisingly common but rarely talked about: sleeping in the wrong position. Most people assume that as long as they're comfortable, their sleep position doesn't matter. But after 70, the way you sleep can seriously impact your health. The wrong position can lead to poor circulation, breathing issues, and even elevate the risk of stroke or heart failure. Lying in one position for hours can limit airflow, reduce oxygen intake, and put pressure on vital blood vessels, making it harder for your body to function efficiently while you sleep. Over time, this can lead to everything from mild snoring and breathing issues to more serious problems like nighttime heart strain. Take sleeping flat on your back. It might feel comfortable, but for many older adults, it's actually one of the most harmful sleep positions. When you're on your back, gravity causes the tongue and soft tissues in your throat to relax and fall backward, partially blocking your airway. This can trigger obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where breathing repeatedly stops and starts throughout the night. A lot of people aren't even aware they have it, but sleep apnea is linked to an increased risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Think of someone like Robert, a 76-year-old who always slept on his back. His wife noticed he would sometimes stop breathing for short periods, then suddenly gasp for air. At first, he dismissed it as just getting older, but eventually, Robert began waking up exhausted, with headaches and trouble focusing during the day. After talking to his doctor, he found out that his sleep position was contributing to undiagnosed sleep apnea, putting unnecessary stress on his heart night after night. Even if you don't have sleep apnea, your sleep posture still matters. Sleeping on your right side has been shown to put added pressure on the heart, potentially restricting blood flow. For seniors with existing heart conditions, this can lead to fluid retention in the lungs and legs over time, increasing the risk of congestive heart failure. So what's the ideal position for people over 70? Most experts suggest sleeping on your left side. This position supports better circulation, helps your heart pump more effectively, and even aids digestion. For those who struggle with acid reflux or heartburn, sleeping on the left can keep stomach acid from rising into the throat, leading to a more restful night. To stay in this position, try using a body pillow to prevent rolling onto your back. Elevating your head with a supportive pillow can also help keep your airways open. For joint pain or back pressure, placing a pillow between your knees can maintain alignment and ease discomfort. If you're finding these tips helpful, drop a here or 4 in the comments to let me know you're still here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time. Hit that button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future videos. Your support makes it possible for us to keep producing content that educates and empowers you. Now let's wrap things up with a few final thoughts. We've just gone through 4 bedtime habits that may seem harmless, but can actually pose serious health risks after the age of 70. Whether it's eating dinner too late, drinking too much before bed, sleeping in a room that's too warm, or lying in the wrong position, each of these can quietly affect your heart, disrupt your sleep, and impact your overall wellness. The good news? These risks aren't permanent. By making just a few small changes to your nightly routine, you can boost your sleep quality, protect your health, and wake up each day feeling more energized and refreshed. So take a moment to think. Did any of these habits sound familiar? Do you often wake up during the night? Have you felt overheated or restless while trying to sleep? Maybe you've always slept on your back without knowing it could be harmful. Whatever your situation, it all starts with awareness. Once you recognize what might be causing sleep disturbances or health issues, you can begin to make changes, and it doesn't have to be overwhelming. Here's my challenge to you. Tonight, try changing just one of these habits. Maybe you'll eat dinner a bit earlier. Maybe you'll lower your thermostat a couple degrees. Or maybe you'll switch to sleeping on your left side. Even a small adjustment can lead to big improvements over time. Thanks so much for spending time with us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing one new thing you learned and how you plan to apply it. Your stories and feedback mean the world to us, and reading your comments keeps us motivated to create more valuable content. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit. We appreciate your support, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.